Angry guy here, and men don't care about women anymore. Guys, if you're enjoying this content, please help get the channel to 100,000 subscribers on our journey to 2 million by subscribing to the channel if you already haven't, liking the video, and turning on notifications to never miss another video ever again. Now let's begin. Men don't care about women anymore. I find this to be a very interesting subject and a topic to speak about. Women don't realize that men have stopped caring about them. Women don't realize that men no longer care about their survival. You know, men have an instinct to put themselves in danger to protect a woman. It is a natural survival instinct that most men have. And yet, more and more men no longer have this instinct. I'm telling you, they no longer have this instinct. They no longer have an instinct to protect the women around them. And women don't realize this. Modern women have tormented men. They have created a cycle where men no longer want to even be in their presence. They have destroyed virtually every male space. They have essentially destroyed the relationship with men. And not only did they scorch the earth, but they are literally in the process of dropping basically an atomic attack. That's really what it is. Because as they are facing destitution, they are going for everything they can possibly go for. As you can see, their hashtag #MeToo is making a resurgence. Part 2 is going to be even more severe than part 1. And they're turning to lonely fans and only fools to supplement their income. Pimps are making a return and moving online. I mean, they've destroyed society. And they still believe that men somehow care about them. You have these women that are getting all of this attention from simps and using the simp economy to supplement their lifestyles. But these men aren't marrying them. And they don't comprehend that the plan B guys don't want them anymore. And the more they criticize men, the more men are only going to say, yeah, I'm done, I'm walking away. Because they don't know how to compete for a man. They think that men are essentially the equivalent of ants, worker ants, that will bring them whatever they want, and then once they're done with them, they'll step on them. They do not like men in Western society. They resent them. But at the same time, they view them as, utilities, disposable utilities, where they take what they want and then they get rid of them as quickly as possible because, they view them as turds. Worse than turds, because, a woman doesn't hate, mostly women don't hate turds, but they do not like men. They see us, they do not like us. They absolutely do not like us. They have more compassion for a cockroach than for a man. Even though a cockroach will make them scream, they have more compassion for a cockroach than a man. And they don't comprehend that men no longer acknowledge them much. A lot of men are literally not seeing them anymore, not looking at them, just completely looking through them, walking around them, and they're complaining. They're completely disconnected from reality, because so many people cannot eat right now, and they're out there with their lunchable meats, eating lunchable meat to survive, and then crying that they can't even afford the cost of said lunchable meat, and they're still doing this. And they think in their minds They believe truly in their hearts that no matter what, men will always come rescue them. This is how crazy they are. They think, for example, they don't believe in men, they believe in the government. But these people actually think that if the government ever became tyrannical and women needed men to rescue them from the tyranny of the government, they could shame men into rescuing them from the tyranny of the government that they have been accomplices with, that has destroyed the lives of men. Guys, this is why I tell you we are dealing with absolutely functionally insane people at best. Functionally insane. The level of narcissism is beyond any scope I could have imagined, ever imagined. And yet that is the modern day woman. Completely divorced from reality. 100%. And it's only going to get worse. I've already told you guys that as many of you leave Western society, the women are going to follow you overseas. I'm telling you, they're going to follow you. And they're going to say, oh, no, we're not coming over here for you. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? You don't own this country. You don't own Indonesia. You don't own the Philippines. You don't own Africa. You don't own the Dominican Republic. You don't own Mexico. You don't own this country. We can come wherever we want. And men are going to say, okay, so why are you coming right here? Why are you sitting right here? Why don't you sit over there? I can sit wherever the hell I want to sit. Who do you think you are? I can sit wherever I want to sit. All right. Excuse me, sir. Do you have a problem, sir? Okay, because I can call management. I can call management. Do you have a problem? Because I'm gonna sit right here and do my work right here. And this is literally how they're going to be like pests. They are going to be literally like pests. They are going to follow men around the world. They are going to follow the passport kings, because these people cannot survive without men. And as Western society is beginning to collapse around us, as it is beginning to fall apart, and I've said this before, that Western society itself won't collapse. Groups of people in society will collapse, because it's very hard for society inside of itself to collapse. Not important, not impossible, but the society won't collapse, but groups of people in society will collapse. Okay, and that is a form of social decay. And as more and more people walk away from Western society, and more men walk away, women will follow behind them. They will follow behind them. They will criticize the men. They will shame the men. They will bring that same toxic behavior overseas. Keisha will go around trying to approach these women overseas, trying to shame them, and also trying to shame the men. And of course, these women don't have anything inside of them. They have nothing inside of them. So they cannot, a smart man learns from his mistakes. A wise man learns from the mistakes of others. But these individuals, they will be fools for life, because they cannot learn. Not only can they not learn, but they are encouraging other women, younger women, to walk the exact same paths that they have walked, even with tears in their eyes, even as they are plotting to control, alt, delete themselves. They are telling young women to do exactly what they did, because they are such narcissists that they would rather watch young women go down the same path and lose everything, so they can validate their horrible decisions and their terrible choices, than to ever come clean and say, you know what? I screwed up. I messed up. Ladies, don't do what we did. But they won't do that. They can't do that, because their ego is everything. Men set aside their ego constantly. How do we know that? The very act of a man even speaking to a woman and allowing himself to be rejected is a man setting aside his ego. Men constantly are forced to set aside their ego. Women are egotistical. Their ego is everything. And sometimes I watch videos by these guys, like there's this guy, Justin J, and he basically says you have to destroy her ego. Like this is how serious it is out here in these streets with these women. Like you literally have to have these types of men that are ready to go to war. And this is like it's like fighting narcissistic abuse with with fire. And you shouldn't have to do that because I mean, who does that make you as a person? How does that, how do you feel in the end? Probably not very good. It changes you. You start to peer into the darkness, and then the darkness starts to peer into you. You don't want that. Guys, if you're enjoying this content, help get this channel to 100,000 subscribers by subscribing to the channel if you already haven't, liking the video, and turning on notifications to never miss another video ever again. Men don't care about women anymore. What do you guys think regarding this? I want to know your thoughts in the comments. So let's talk about them there. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA and walking away and share.